Okay guys, so I'm just going to do a quick ammo update. Second, let me grab my notebook here. I went through today and counted all the ammo. First, before I show you ammo, I want to show you these two batons. They're great. I got them from Plate HQ. This one is just a cheap pocket one. This is a Smith & Wesson. They did a review on this one, not on this one, but the same size, pretty much the same weight. They're very similar. Great batons. I highly recommend them for self-defense. They're great. They beat the hell out of whatever you hit them with, and they're pretty reliable from what I've seen. So, getting to the ammo, my grand total is 1,425. So I'll just start off here. These are some CCI mini mags. I found these in a Cabela's, the Reno Cabela's. They had over 100,000 rounds of 22 there, all CCI mini mags. They didn't have any bulk packs or anything. So I grabbed 2 boxes. They were pretty expensive. I think they were like 20 bucks. I've never bought CCIs. I always just buy bulk pack. So that's that. Today I picked up some Tula ammo. This is 45 auto. I was going shooting. My buddy's got a 45, so I figured I'd buy some ammo. And then we didn't end up shooting this. So put it back in the backpack, and now I have it here. So that's kind of a JIC, just in case kind of thing, or in case in the future I get a 45. Then I use that. This is Tula ammo. This was the cheapest I could find. It was still $30, which is a ridiculous price for ammunition for 50 rounds, I think. They're just federal boxes. They weren't even self-defense. They were just FMJ that were going for like 60 bucks. It was ridiculous, but it was the only 45 we had in town, so I got it. That was the cheapest. So then, moving on here, you guys have seen this before. This is just 7.62 by 54R white box, metric caliber soft points for recommended for DR and wild boar. This Royal Buck I got from Cabela's. I saw it was like $3.99. I think it's the cheapest buckshot out there, so I picked some up. I've seen it online a bunch, so I decided to pick some up. And then this is the other ammo that I got from Cabela's. It's Heavy Magnum Coyote. I saw it and just figured I'd pick it up. I'm trying to do some coyote hunting with my 12 gauge. These are not Fiochi rounds. These are this buckshot, military grade Winchester. The Fiochi rounds are in this box underneath all the 7.62 by 54R. The top layer that goes to about here is 7.62 by 54R, and then under that it's mostly the Fiochi low recoil buck, and some of it is this military grade. Then I've got my slugs right here. These are all Remington slugs. These are I just had an extra box and I had thrown away the boxes for this, so I got 20 rounds of slugs right here. I also have 6 rounds of 20 gauge slugs, just miscellaneous in these boxes. Then I have this buck. This is all the buck that's in the box for this military grade. Some of it's in here. I think some of it might be in the top compartments right here. This is just some tannerite. I figured I'd throw that in there for you guys. We'll look in this guy first. I think you guys have all seen it, but I'll just show you again. So that's 118 rounds of that, and then underneath this, so you guys can see there's my buckshot. And then I have it labeled 7.62 by 54R and buckshot. We'll move on to these guys. This is the 20 gauge box. I like to keep a little bit of all my different types of ammo in them. Just in case I only was able, in an emergency situation, to grab one box. I'd have some rounds from the other guns. For the other guns, if I was able to grab the 12 gauge and I was only able to grab the 20 gauge box by accident or something, then I'd have some 12 gauge ammo. So here's 2 baggies of 50 rounds. This is Remington bulk pack. This is kind of old stuff. Packaged it up for a backpacking trip. The backpacking trip I allowed 50 rounds a day. Obviously that's ridiculous. I'd never shoot 50 rounds a day for hunting, but it was just there to have just in case. Then I've got some miscellaneous shotgun shells. This is a number 5 3-inch Magnum turkey load. One of these is a number 8 shot, one of these is a number 4. I ride these in my side saddle on my H&R. These are all slugs. Up here I keep 2 boxes of buck and 1 box of slugs for 12 gauge. I know this is a 20 gauge box, but that's my thinking on that. Then in here, half of this, I have the capability of having 200 rounds in box, and then more than 200 rounds out of box. I believe all that's here right now is, 12 gauge, 217 rounds is all this. I'm going to get another box in here, so I have 200 in box, and then fill this up as much as I can get it. I'm trying to only put this Sure Shot Heavy Dove in it, just so I make sure I know what ammo I have in there. But I can't find any Sure Shot right now. It's all sold out because of AWB scare. So I've been having to buy Remington game loads and this Winchester. All of the Winchester is covering the bottom 2 boxes. That is from Cabela's. I think they were fairly reasonably priced, like $7 a box, something like that. So that's that box. Here's my 12 gauge box. On the top, I have some non-lead 270 rounds. I have 22, I believe that is, that is 127 rounds in this bag right here. This is just 6 rounds a buck because my gun takes 5 in the tube, 1 in the chamber, so if I had to, if I went in and grabbed the shotgun, just flip this guy up. It's hard to do with one hand. I could just thumb in, then I'd have 1 in the chamber, 5 in the tube, and just be ready to rock and roll. Again, up here, I always have 2 boxes of buckshot and 1 box of slugs up there. And then this is some non-lead ammo. I believe there's a round. This is 270. There's one 223 round. I don't know why it's in there. I just had an extra 223 shell that I found in my pocket from going shooting. Then in here, these layers right here, these top layer, this layer right here is all number 8 shot. It's game loads and heavy dove loads, and then these are 7.5s, and they're pheasant loads. They shoot really hot, recoil like hell. This is 1 box of number 6 that I keep in there for squirrel hunting. It's also a pheasant load. They only had carry pheasant loads at my local store for the smaller shot sizes that aren't steel. I don't like using steel shot. They wrap up the squirrels too bad, and even though I'm just giving them to the dogs to eat, I don't want that big of a mess. So anyway, that's my ammo. I'll try to make it pretty for you guys for a parting shot. Just stack it all back up. But that's my ammo. I went from, I believe my last count was like 987 to now having 1425. I think that's awesome. I've been trying really hard. If you guys want to, you guys can pause the screen, see what I have here. You guys can pause the video and see that. Showing you guys the batons and my ammo. So thanks for watching, you guys. I think this is ammo update 4. I'm not 100% positive about that. But get your ammo when you can, where you can, how you can. Get as much of it as you can. Don't shoot that much. Train with other methods. Train hand-to-hand stuff. But get your ammo. Thanks for watching, you guys.